Good day, everyone. So for today's lesson, we will going to tackle about indigenous curriculum. Indigenous curriculum. The idea of an indigenous curriculum was a product of a vision to make curriculum relevant and responsive to the needs and the context of indigenous people. It values the importance of integrating indigenous knowledge systems of the Filipino to the existing curriculum. The authors earlier studies on indigenous curriculum and provided several dimensions that serve as a framework for the development of an indigenous curriculum. Number one, construct knowledge. Number two, use instructional strategies. Number three, integrate contents and activities. Number four, utilize communities, cultural, material, and human resources. Construct knowledge. We will construct knowledge so that young children understand how experiences, personal views, and other people's ideas influence the development of scientific concepts and scientific knowledge. Use instructional strategies. We will use instructional strategies to promote academic success for children of different cultures. Integrate contents and activities. We will use integrate contents and activities that will be reflect the learner's culture, history, traditions, and indigenous knowledge in the curriculum. And the last one is utilize community's cultural material and human resources for the development and implementation of the curriculum. Specifically, indigenous curriculum may consider using the implementing the following strategies at the school level. We have 5 strategies at the school level. Number 1, integrating contents and activities that reflect the learner's culture, history, traditions, and indigenous knowledge in the curriculum. Number 2, using the local language as the medium of instruction for several subjects like math, science, social studies, physical education, music, values education, and home economics and livelihood education. Number 3, involving community folks and local teachers in the development of the curriculum. Number 4, developing local instructional materials and learning outside the classroom by utilizing various community resources that are available for conducting observations and investigations. Number 5, the last one, using instructional strategies that are relevant to indigenous learning system. As a form of innovation, uh, an indigenous curriculum is founded on the way of life, traditions, worldview, culture, and spirituality of the people, and it is a pathway of education that recognizes wisdom embedded in the indigenous knowledge. This indigenous knowledge is very influential to the development of young children. It is embedded in their daily life since the time they were born. They grow up into a social and cultural setting, family, community, social class, language, and religion. An indigenous curriculum is therefore is a noble way of responding to the needs of indigenous people. In an indigenous curriculum, the first frame of reference for developing a curriculum must be the community, its environment, its history, and its people. Pawilin, 2006-2013. Thank you for listening. And for today's motto is, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow's belongs to those who prepare for it today. Malcolm X. Thank you, everyone.